Hi there, welcome back to ADSR FM8 tutorials. Today we're going to be remaking that arpeggiator sound that also serves as a kind of hook really. You can download this patch directly from the FM8tutorials.com website. There's a link on the screen. Click on that link, go ahead and download the patch directly from the website. We're going to recreate it here anyway. So what I've got in here is I've just got a drawn out C3 note and it's just a little bit processing, some sidechain compression, EQ, turn that off for now. And let's load up this instance of FM8, create a new sound in here. Start off, I'm going to stack up 3 sawtooth waveforms and route them all to the output. So turn on operators D, E and F and turn on the filter, which is operator Z. Route all of these operators into the filter at full volume 100, and then the filter route into the output. Maybe take the volume down a little bit, around about 80. And then I'm going to have 3 sawtooth waveforms in here for operators D, E and F, all ratio of 1 for now, and then just KeySync them. And let's just push this cutoff up and take the resonance of these 2 filters down. And then what we can do here is just detune these operators slightly, so a couple of cents in either direction. It's just going to help thicken the sound a bit. So I can turn on operator C next, route this to the output, maybe around about 80, a little bit quieter. Have a sawtooth waveform, don't need to KeySync this one, and take the ratio to 1.2. It's giving us that nice chord element to the sound. I want to add something to kind of give a bit more weight in the low end of the sound a bit more, so turn on operator B. Route that to the output of full volume, but let's take it down by the ratio down by 2 octaves. And I actually had a square waveform for this. You could use a sine as well, but it's quite like the character that the square waveform brought to the sound. We could KeySync that really. And finally, operator A, I'm going to use a sawtooth waveform again, ratio of 0.5. And don't need to KeySync this, but just route it to the output full volume. It's just thickening up the sound a little bit. So we stacked up these 6 operators. I'm just going to route some of these into themselves a little bit. You can see it kind of just adds a little bit of sort of grit, kind of rasp to the sound. Just be careful not to go too high. So values are between sort of 10 and 20. Just add a little bit of kind of vibe in the top end really. So let's move to this master section now. Increase the voices to 2, take this detune up to around about 60, and let's pan some of these voices out as well. Let's push the pan slider to around about 60 as well, and let's just transpose the whole synth down by 1 octave. So now when I hold a C3 note, got that nice deep chord sort of sound going on. I'm going to add a bit of analog in here as well, around about 60, and digital, just crunching the top end. So let's move to this arpeggiator sound now, and because I've got a little bit of automation going on here with the filter cut off, we can just delete for now. Back to this filter cutoff. Push that filter cutoff right up. So let's turn this arpeggiator on. Let's turn the volume down of this synth for a sec. And I want the arpeggiator looping over 16 steps. Push the note length up to 100. Have it 1 over 16, and KeySync it. And for the first 8 steps, I'm going to keep these the same for now. Keep that accent on there, and then in the second half I'm going to do a little bit of a hook. So step 10 I'm going to go +3 semitones, step 12 I'm going to go +5 semitones, step 14 I'm going to go +7, and step 15 I'm going to go +3. So get that nice little kind of hook going in the second half of the arpeggiator sequence. So let's go over to this filter section now, set up the filter. So I'm going to use an envelope on this filter, so bring the cutoff down to around about 15 and push the resonance up to around about halfway at filter 1. Then filter 2, push the spread up to around about 25, and then push the resonance up to around about 30, 35, and then let's push this envelope amount up. Make it nice and deep, around about 33, and let's set this envelope up so got a nice deep sort of arpeggiator sound going on. And something I can do in here is push this velocity up to around about 58. You can hear we get that accent now at the start of the arpeggiator. You hear the accent, so we can add a few more accents just to give the arpeggiator a little bit more of a kind of rhythm. So you can hear those accents in there. Okay, so let's move over to the effects section now and just finish the sound off with some nice effects. So I'm going to use a peak EQ and just boost some of the kind of mid tops. You probably will only notice once we filter out the sound. Just increases a little bit kind of high-end presence on the sound. And a bit of reverb as well is going to work quite nice here. Let's take this dry wet down to around about 37. Push the treble up. Keep the time in the bright around halfway. They can stay the same. And obviously with a sound like this, it's great to automate something like this, and something you can do in Logic Pro for automation. So if we hide this automation for now, is when you go to automate FM8, you get this long list of parameters that's quite extensive, so you can automate all these things in FM8. So rather than when I try and automate using FM8 or any synth really, trying to search through that list of parameters to automate, we can just put the synth into latch mode or automation mode into latch mode, and then I'll play back this synth, and all I'll do is click on the parameters I want to automate. So I want to automate the envelope amount here and also the cutoff frequency. So just click on that cutoff frequency, click on the envelope amount, make sure we put it back into read mode. So it's going to read the automation now, and you can see I've got these automation lanes have appeared for the filter envelope amount and the filter cutoff frequency. So now I can go ahead and just draw in a bit of automation. Turn on this channel EQ again. It's just dipping a little bit low end out the sound. And I've got some sidechain compression here using the FabFilter Pro C. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. I hope you found it useful. Any questions, please get in touch. You can download that patch directly from the FM8tutorials.com website. Whilst you're there, check it out. We've got tons more cool stuff on there featuring FM8. And thanks for watching. Alright, cheers. Bye.